Hello again. So I, I I'm Joe Strechay, and I'm going to talk a little bit about train, train travel. And I'm not talking about driving the train. I wouldn't mind driving the train. I'm just saying. But I was as a person who's blind and traveling, and also a former orientation mobility instructor. Um, One thing that I've done a lot of is train travel, and when living in New Jersey, I used to teach other people who are blind how to ride the train and how to board and all of that. And so particular to trains, not versus subway. Subway's a little different, similar but a little different. Trains, you want to feel where the edge of the train track of the platform is. Find that some train stations have truncated domes, some don't. Some have truncated domes in certain parts, and not all of it. So truncated domes are the little bumps that could be made of plastic or cement that could be towards the edge of the platform, or could be by maybe a corner, a street corner, near a street crossing or something like that. Um, that's the technical term for those little lumps or bumps. But so you find that you want to be familiar where the edge of the platform is. You stand back when the train is pulling up. You're listening to the train. You're gonna, if there are people around, you might want to ask where the door opens. Sometimes you can hear the door when it opens, but when you go towards the edge, you're feeling for the edge. You're gonna want to tap. I'll tap even along the edge and the side of the train to find the open door. As I'm walking along parallel to it and making sure I'm clearing in front of myself as well. But also, so once you find that door, you're going to want to feel the gap. You're going to want to touch on the other side. You're going to check the sides, make sure this is the open door and not the part where in between the cars where they connect, because that could feel like an opening, but it's not where you want to step, because you'll end up out on the tracks. So you feel for the door, you find the door, you feel for where you're going to step, make sure you step there, and you step in and you get across the gap. Gaps can range in size from a few inches to like 6 inches, 8 inches, maybe even bigger. But so you have to be aware of that. So once you board the train, you pick a direction you're going to go, left or right, and you look for a seat. I tap with my cane on the side, and I'm like, anyone sitting here? And usually I find it, and then I feel sometimes they don't respond, and that they get tapped with the cane. So, that's their own fault. I'm not worried about that. So I find an open seat, sit down, I keep my cane out so it lets the conductor know, and I pay attention. I know how many stops I'm going, so when we stop and listen to the doors open, sometimes the speakers work, sometimes they don't, announcing the stop. So, and then when the conductor comes through, either give them your ticket or you pay for your ticket or whatever. It's usually a lot cheaper if you pay for your ticket ahead of time, unless there are ways. As a person with a disability, some of their machines are not accessible. That's a problem you might face too. More and more are getting to be, so that's pretty exciting. Thank you for those who are working to make that happen. So exiting the train, when you know it's your stop, the door, the buttons for the doors to open can either be in the center of the door below the window, kind of like a square, and I'm holding my hand up like a rectangle kind of thing, probably like 4 inches by 4 inches, maybe, or 5 inches by 3 inches or something like that. And you push in it and it opens, or else there's a button on the side of the door where the side where the handle is. There could be a little, almost like a little oval, and then a button in the middle, and you push on that and it may open the door. Each train is a little different in that manner, something to pay attention to. So then you have to know where the exit is and which side the door opens on, and where towards the platform. You might want to ask, or just pay attention, because some stations can be different. Make sure you feel with your cane for the platform, feel for the gap, feel for the platform, and then step out and make sure you move your cane to make sure there's no posts or anything, and then move away so other people can deboard the train as well, or board. Hope that makes sense. That should give you a little tips and advice on boarding and exiting trains.